you can't be there and wobbly all yourself, addicted to like drugs, or like, I don't know, like you yell at people on the street, you're rude to the people at working like service jobs. Your kids are either going to grow up to resent you or be like you. Neither of those are good. Like, imagine going to McDonald's and your like mom or dad is like yelling at the kid like across the counter. You could be like 8 years old and you're like, wow, my mom is actually like a terrible human being. Everything she says is wrong now. And can you blame him? Your dad's like crossing the street with you, and like the little guy is like, little hand is red, and your dad is just like, here, this is what you do, and then he just sends you across the street. Like, that's like what real life is. Like, the dad is like speeding across the freeway, or like the mom is like, anyone that's like addicted to drugs, or they spend too much time watching TV, they're overly political. Like, those are the worst types of parents to have, because then you think that without any type of back thought and just saying, oh, those are the people who are against us, these are the people who are with us, like, you raise a child that is just inherently going to be either resenting you 100% or just stupid with you. That's awful. No one wants that. So the quote, he says, for even as he loves the arrow that flies, so he loves also the bow that is stable. Now, you could look at that in two ways. Number one, you could look at that, well, I look at that in two ways, my apologies. He loves also the bow that is stable, or she. Number one that I thought of, you have to love yourself. You have to love yourself when you are opening that cabinet that is your mind and those reoccurring thoughts and everything. You have to love yourself enough to just organize it as you see it, and to just not prolong the painful experience. Because I think I've said it on this channel before, but human beings, we do not do what is best for us. We do what we're used to. We do not get what we deserve. We get what we take. Like, that is like a soul crushing reality, is that when like you get to like high school and you're like, oh, only the smart kids, like that won't fly in college, and you're like, all right. You go to college, the professor shows up like late, like hungover, and then all the kids that are just like sucking up to the professor, like a stereotypical, like, people getting frisky with the professors, like those people get the good grades, and then they get the good, like, they get the good route, the way I'll say it. Like, power is just driven by more people who seek power. And if you stay there and you're one of those people that's like afraid, and I'm not saying like to like abuse power, what I'm saying is that you have to acknowledge those things so that the world isn't just a confusing place. Because no matter what, the world is scary, but it doesn't have to be confusing. The moment that you realize that, like, oh yeah, he's in power because he is a slimy scumbag, like, no wonder he got into like X profession. It saves you years of your life, years of your mental real estate. Like, so you could either look at that as, I either look at it, my apologies again, as you have to love yourself enough to take care of that, and to want to make sure that the extension of you that is inevitably going to be your child is taken care of. Or I look at it as the parent loves the bow, the parent loves the arrow, so the arrow loves the bow as well. But sometimes you just got to break free, you got to go somewhere else. Like, that's when you get the kids who are like, I'm moving out. The parents are like, why are you going to move out? You have everything you need here. Like, what if me and like your mom or your dad need you to like take care of us when you're older? And they're like, well, you should have thought of that before you didn't take care of me. Like, how am I supposed to take care of you if you haven't taken care of me? It was your job as a parent to put me in a position where I could like actually function as a human being. And when you didn't do that, now you're expecting me to both raise myself and take care of you. How is that's not even going to happen. So like, me leaving you is actually just the best course of action right now. So the moral of the video is the step one, open that little drawer, take out the little pieces and say, why is this a reoccurring thought? How can I make this positive? Because I have this goal in mind. How does this thought lead me to there? Because it happens for a reason. I'm one of those people, personally, everything happens for a reason. I moved recently. As you can see, the white background is in pure white. There's a door behind it. It's a nice eggshell white. The roof it genuinely did blow up. There's like debris, like there's was that, 4 feet away from a heating pipe. When it happened, it kind of smelled like a sauna a little bit, and the longer that I'm in here, I get a headache. So I opened the window. That's why it's so loud. That's why I haven't been posting, because I've been moving and I've been very occupied. So I want to leave you with the quote. Please, if you can tolerate me rambling for 13 and a half minutes, you can tolerate Khalil Gibran. He is what I aspire to be as of now. Insanely thought-provoking. Every single line is insanely thought-provoking. I can't even explain to you. I've never fallen deeper in love with words as much as he has given the knowledge to me to do so. Some people just fall in love with certain patterns of writing and just ways of thinking, and like this is like the perfect mesh for me. So I'll leave you with this quote that I personally enjoy. No matter where you are, you're still you. Something like that. Because I'm touring this new city and I'm going around, I'm thinking like, wow, this is so cool. And I get that reoccurring thought, I'm like, fuck. Now I have to spend 15 minutes, 30 minutes of my beautiful time out just enjoying something new. I love exploring. To just deal with stuff that I don't want to deal with. That is not what I enjoy to do at all. No one likes that. So I should have taken the time beforehand to just settle out all these mental handicaps. So before the video is too long, enjoy. Hopefully you guys got a little bit of information out of this. See you next time.